welcome back to Reggie's Kitchen. It's been almost 3 years, I think, since I last saw you. But now we're reviving my YouTube channel and we're cooking a lot of different dishes done my way. For today's episode, what I'm going to cook is a Pansit stuffed lechon. 2 festive dishes in one. I'm now going to make one of my favorite versions of Pansit. See, the thing about cooking in my kitchen is that I cook everything the way I like to eat it. I cook it my way. There, so I have about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of oil. And in that, I'm going to brown liempo. There, that's pork belly. That's 1/2 kilo of pork belly. We brown that. All right, so see, my meat is all brown. That's where I get all my flavor from. So brown it nicely. Your onions go in. Then your garlic. Then you wait until your onions are translucent. Then we will add celery. I like a lot of celery on my Pansit. 3 secrets that I'm giving you today. 1, make your own stock. Number 2 is use a lot of celery. And number 3, use a lot of celery leaves. So I use about at least 1/2 cup of celery leaves on my Pansit. It'll add to the flavor. There, my pork is nicely browned. Then we add all the other things. I'm gonna add some chicken. This is 1 chicken breast that we boiled. We boiled this together with the stock a while ago. Then now I'm going to add my Pansit bihon. My Pansit bihon is 1 kilo. I soaked that earlier on in water. And then I'm gonna add my stock. There. Then I'm gonna add all my seasonings. I have patis, light soy sauce, the same, 1/4 of a cup. Dark soy sauce, I just like 2 teaspoons. Then, I have my celery leaves. I like that in early. Add your shrimps. I like my shrimps added towards the last, when my noodles are almost done, so that they're not very hard. If I put them too early, I find them a little too rubbery. So I put them last. I do the same with the carrots so that there's still a little crunch, especially since we're still gonna stuff this inside our lechon. So it's good not to overcook it too much. There, so we'll wait till this dries out. We'll put some pepper that's seasoned with a little salt and pepper. Of course, we do this to taste. I use my sea salt and some pepper. The best type of food is the food that makes you happy. Your food should taste like the way you want it, the way you enjoy it. Lastly, I'm going to add my cabbage. I just have to wait till my liquid is absorbed by my noodles and we'll move on to stuffing this inside the lechon. Of course, we'll have to cool it down and put that inside our pig. So I now have my baby pig. This is 5.9 kilograms. So what I'm going to do is fairly simple. On the cavity, I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of salt and about 2 teaspoons of pepper into the cavity. And I'm just gonna rub that. When you get your pig, the first thing that you're supposed to do is to run it through cold water and then to scrape it with the back of your knife. If it's still hairy, what you're supposed to do is to torch that. And then you wash it again. Then the cavity of your pig, especially when it's not freshly slaughtered and it's been frozen, what you're supposed to do is to pour hot water into the cavity. And then that's it. That's to take out the smell. So we have salt and pepper. What I do also to take away the smell is I add my aromatic seasoning wine. This is concocted together with Distilleria Limtuaco. It's Philippine rice wine with a lot of aromatics. So I use it a lot in my cooking for flavor, for aroma, and for, in the case of the pig, it takes away the smell. Sometimes these little pigs have a funky smell. Okay, so there, just about 2 tablespoons, 2 cups full. After you rub it with wine, salt, and pepper, the next step will be to stuff the lechon. And we're going to stuff the lechon with the Pansit that we made. And then later, what I'm going to do is I'm going to season the skin of my pig with some more salt. If I had it my way, what I'm going to do is this. I am going to let this sit with the salt, the wine, and the pepper overnight before I actually stuff it. I'm already eating the pansit and it's delicious. It's done. And the last thing is always sesame oil. It makes it nutty and it makes it smell so good also. For me, it's very important that the skin of the pig is salted because talaga when you put the lechon skin inside your mouth and there's no salt, for me, it really ruins the experience. So, you know, you rub that with sea salt, about 2.5 tablespoons for a pig this size. Again, this is 5.9 kilograms. So I already rubbed some on this, so I'm just waiting for it to get all dissolved. And by the way, I am using my salt. This is my salt. This is pure sea salt. It's from the salt farmers of the north. So help us out. It's excellent all-natural sea salt. With the purchase of this, you help out our salt farmers. And don't forget, when you purchase this, you also help out our rice farmers. We formulated it so that we have excellent Philippine rice wine. I guess this is okay. So now we're gonna stuff this with our pansit. Okay, so whatever's left inside, you blot everything out there. And we're now gonna stuff. Just put enough pansit, just enough to be able to close it snugly. So we're now going to stitch this together. So guess what I'm doing? I'm spraying my pig's ears. And we're going to have to cover this first with baked paper, then next with aluminum foil. So that it does not burn. Since I'm using a brick oven, the heat is really, really high. I'm baking this, by the way, at 350 degrees on my brick oven. I'm gonna bake this for 2.5 hours. Until it's nice and golden brown. Just remember, don't be afraid because your pig is going to brown at some point. And yes, it's gonna get crisp at some point. Make this thick because the tail really burns quickly. Sometimes even with this, it even burns. So this is now ready to go inside a 350-degree oven. That's 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 2.5 hours for this size of a pig. And we're gonna serve this with nothing more than just calamansi because that's what's perfect for your pansit. Guess what? My pig is done. And we're gonna carry it out and we're gonna serve it to you just now. I'm just gonna brush this lightly. It's nice and tan. It's like a pig from Ipanema. So our pig is done. But we have a surprise for you. I need someone to taste this. Jacob, where are you?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. The lechon. The taster is here. Let's try it.
All right.
I'm excited.
We're gonna put a little calamansi. Go put it there.
Okay.
And then you can just eat your, the lechon as you wish. You can.
It's so crispy. Let's put some lechon skin.
Yeah.
With all of this.
Okay, Jacob. I'm gonna leave you to taste it.
Wow. Oh my god.
It's very good, right?
So good.
Yeah, because the pansit itself is already very flavorful.
It absorbed all the flavor of the lechon.
Eat the ribs. Oh, but there's no more bone on the ribs. It just fell off already. There, more calamansi. There, so you have rib meat.
Yeah.
That's very good,
the
right?
only way to have lechon and pansit.
Here you have it, 2 of your favorite recipes in one. Your pansit stuffed lechon. Thank you so much for joining me today. This has been me, Reggie. Follow me on my social media accounts. That's I am Reggie Espiras on Instagram and Facebook. And what else am I supposed to say? Oh, they should follow us now on YouTube, right? And that's Reggie's Kitchen. That's Reggie Espiras and Reggie's Kitchen. And don't forget, in Reggie's Kitchen is where we cook all the dishes, all my different recipes done my way. This is where I eat and cook the way I like to, and I'd like to share those flavors with you. So don't miss our next episode. Till then, take care, everybody. Thanks again for joining us. Bye.